Rataalada.com is the tie-in website to the Batman, and it allows the user to answer questions posed by the Riddler. 3 correct answers unlocks a sneak peek at the movie, but if you haven't seen it, do not worry, I will not be spoiling the Batman here. However, in this video I am going to be going through all of the riddles on Rataalada.com and their solutions. I'm going to show you all the reward images, the codes, and the final video you get when you complete all of the riddles. I'm also going to talk about some kind of Easter eggs on the website and what might be coming next, because the website has changed and something is coming. So I've seen a lot of people online saying that the images you get are randomly assigned and the riddles are all random, but they're not. The batches of riddles came out in a specific order and you get a specific reward image for each set of riddles that you answer. And the order is actually quite important, as we shall see. So let's jump straight into the first batch of riddles. Here we go. So, what's black and blue and dead all over? This riddle actually appears in one of the trailers, and the answer is Batman. I can be easy or a dead end. Careful when you cross me. And the answer to this one is street. Those who make me are likely to break me. The answer to this one is law or laws. So 3 correct answers gets us a prize, and the prize image is 3 Batman police sketches. Now the name of this file is interesting. You'll see it's a jumble of numbers, but this translates to, if you substitute the number for that numbered letter in the alphabet, it will spell out I'm not Anne. Now we'll hold on to that for later. So if we refresh Rataalada.com, a new message comes up from the Riddler telling us to stay vigilant. And if you click through on the reward, this code pops up, which actually translates to stay vigilant. So the Riddler is teaching us this code. He's going to use that to communicate in future. Okay, second set of riddles. Here we go. The more I'm revealed, the less I exist. The answer is secret. Payback comes to all who accept one. That's a bribe. And it sinks and swims. It can be rotten even when it's all dressed up. And that one there is an iceberg. Now the prize for this one is a photo of a lady stepping out of a car, and the man whose hand she's holding is Falcone, and in the background under the umbrella we can also see the penguin. And once again, the file name for this prize is, looks like a jumble of letters, but it is a Caesar cipher of 1, and if we nudge those letters back one place, it becomes imposer rearrange. Refreshing Rataalada.com will give you a new code, and that translates to more will be revealed. The third batch of riddles now. When the game is on, what corrupts absolutely? The answer is power. Underneath the bridge, the tarp has sprung a leak. It's okay to eat the fish because they don't have any what? This one, I think, is a stretch to call a riddle. I had to Google this one. The answer is feelings, and the reason is because it's the lyrics to the Nirvana song, Something in the Way, which appears in the movie. Without a doubt, Gotham's elite live here, between light and darkness. The Riddler has really got something against Gotham's elite and its lawmakers. The answer here is shadows. So another 3 correct answers gives us a brand new prize, and this time it is images of Falcone, taken from the image that we saw in the last prize. The file name here looks like more gibberish, but again it's a code. It's a Caesar cipher with a key of 13 this time, and it translates to you're jumbled. Refreshing the page, we get another code which translates to expose more of Gotham. Alright, here we go. Batch number 4. Giving you this would be giving you the answer. The answer is clue. I'm Greek, I'm Latin, I'm 500 years old, I speak in riddles. What am I? The answer is enigma. This one took quite a lot of working out as well. It turns out enigma, if you want to trace the origin of the word enigma, it came from ancient Greek through Latin and then into English about 500 years ago. And the translation of the Greek word enigma is I speak in riddles. So hopefully that riddle is a bit clearer now, because it took me a while to get my head around. When I fall, I rise. Though I am not human, some say I have a heart. The answer is darkness. So the prize is a newspaper from the Gotham Gazette. My favourite thing about this is that the picture of Batman flying appears to just be a picture of a bat, which I think is just brilliant. Again, the file name is a code. It is perspective just backwards. And if we refresh the page, we get another code, which translates to enough questions. Again, the Riddler is telling us this every time, so there is no need to crack this code. It's just teaching us the glyphs. All right, we're getting there now. This is the penultimate batch, number 5. The end is in the middle twice. Test your mind and try not to get baffled by me. The answer to this one is puzzle. The end is in the middle twice. It refers to the 2 Z's in the middle of the word. A man worth billions, in a manner of speaking. The answer is Bruce Wayne, or just Wayne. From birth to death, from boy to man, all things change, but this one thing he will always be. And the answer is son. So the prize for these correct answers is a picture of the Wayne family together. And the file name is No Me Rompas, excuse my appalling translation, which is Spanish for don't break me. Incidentally, rata alada is Spanish for rat with wings. Refreshing the page, we get another code, which is come back soon. Okay, we're on to the last set of riddles now. Fear he who hides behind one. This is a mask. I am first a fraud or a trick, then perhaps a blend of the two. That's up to your misinterpretation. The answer here is confusion. I really like this one. I am first a fraud or a trick is a con, and then a blend of the two is a fusion. So that's confusion. What was new is new again. Rebirth, restoration, reformation. The answer to this one is renewal. Now the prize for this set of riddles, the final batch, is not an image. It's actually a downloaded zip file entitled What Am I? And trying to open this, it asks for a password. So before we can find the answer, we need to find the question. And the riddle that we need to solve to get into this zip file is hidden in the file names of all the previous rewards. So if we read back through what we already solved, I'm not an imposer. Rearrange your jumbled perspective. Just don't break me. What am I? And the answer to that riddle is promise. So the password promise unlocks the zip file. We get a campaign ad for Thomas Wayne, who was running for mayor, and I'll play that for you now.
Instilled in both of us, the giving back is not just an obligation, it's a passion. That is our family's legacy.
So that is the final reward for the final batch of riddles. If you refresh the website now, the Riddler thanks you for going through his maze of riddles and gives you the final cipher translating to maze of riddles. So now, for this cipher, we have every letter except the letter J. Now, some people think that's significant. Maybe it's a pointer to Mr. J. I think it might just be that J isn't a very common letter. But the Riddler has gone to all this trouble to teach us this cipher. But to what end? Well, we'll come back to that in a second, because I just want to talk about a few little Easter eggs on the website. So when you're on rataalada.com, if you change out to a different tab, say to hypothetically Google the answers, the Riddler will call you out for it. For example, he'll say something like, using your mind is more rewarding than looking up the answer. Try it sometime. Also, if you try and look in the brains of the website by going into the developer tools in the console, there's a little message that says, nice try, you won't find anything here. So now if you go to the website, none of the riddles are actually there. When you first boot it up, you get a page with a bunch of IP addresses, or what looks like IP addresses. and then it immediately gives you a reward. If you click through to this, you get a new code, and that translates to, you think I'm finished, but perhaps you don't know the full truth. Every ending is a new beginning. Something is coming. And underneath the click for reward button is a loading bar. Now this started last Friday on 0% and is currently somewhere in the 70s. It looks like it's going to end on Friday the 11th of March, which will be 1 week after the Batman released. Some people think there's going to be more behind the scenes images, maybe some deleted scenes released. I think there's going to be more puzzles, but that remains to be seen. Hopefully, if it's something interesting, I'll be able to make another video about it, and hopefully I'll see you in part 2. Thank you very much for watching.